Hi everyone, this is Rohit from Lifestyle Mastery, and today I'm excited to have Darya Sesitskaya, who is the founder of Shader, a new AI-enhanced social camera. Shader app lets anyone develop AR filters that can use across Shader's social graph or post to other apps like Instagram. The company's product and engineering team includes experienced professionals from Snap, Blizzard, and PhD and Oxford. Welcome to the show, Daria.
Hi, Rohit. Hi, everyone. Really happy to be here and talk with you today.
Awesome. Daria, you have started Shader. You got great amount of funding from really Ivy League investors. But what led you into getting into startups, and what led you to start Shader?
It's a great question. I think, first of all, I'm a big fan of augmented reality, and I work in this industry almost 7 years. I was part of founding team of startup which built first technology for sneakers try-on with camera. We explore a lot how we can track your feet and hands and understand size of the objects. And was one of my motivation to make AR more accessible, not just for brands, but also for creators and designers. And also, I'm myself product designer. And when I used to move in the United States and start work at Snapchat, I found out that here actually product design work, it's so connected with option to explore and build something from scratch. And this is what a lot of times founders doing, just try to find the idea, verify insights, talk a lot with audience. And in one moment, it's really inspired me to start build also my own idea and basically prototype of Shader. I just design myself in Figma, start test with users. And when I verify that it's something interesting and they really consider to use it, I start explore who can be great, my co-founders and first team members to build it together.
Very, very interesting. And before the call, you mentioned you're from Belarus. How did you go from from Belarus to working in the US and now securing funding for Shader?
So first of all, it started in 2017, and I was invited to visit my friends who was to be part of 500 Accelerator. And I just joined a couple of sessions with their startups. And it was first startup from my country, from Belarus, who was part of this accelerator program. And I was really, I think, culturally shocked and inspired every day that wow, everything what we are building in our small community in Belarus actually can be popular from all the world. And after that, I was just every day thinking what we can do, how we can move, what we can make that my career upgrade a bit and will be next level. And already when I start build Wannaby, my previous startup with friends, main idea was that we want to make it accessible for United States, first of all, not just focus on one country. And we start work with really popular brands like Gucci, Adidas, Yves Saint Laurent, Dior, and Snapchat was also one of our partner. And for sure, it takes for a while. It was almost 2 years of building. And when I start to see that we have a progress, I decided to apply for O1 visa. It's a visa for creators, designers with extraordinary ability. And this story actually helped me to move in the United States and later join Snapchat and already be part of their product design team.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you talked about Snap. I think it's fascinating. What they have built. Before the call, we talked about 3D body modeling companies. So I know couple of companies were bought in by Snap. But how was your experience in Snap? And what were some of your learnings working in such an inspiring company?
Snapchat was my dream company to join. Maybe just I think everyone who work around AR understands that Snap have best computer vision engineers and filters, lenses, everything what happened in like 2017, 18 was revolutionary and really fun and team. So with startup environment, you can't imagine because like it's more than probably now 10,000 people who works at Snap. But when you join this like Los Angeles, Santa Monica office, you feel like all departments are like really all the time trying to find like new ideas and really connected with audience who is so young and Gen Z, Gen Alpha most of all. And I was like basically learn every day from team members who like was part of our community, and also just by users, by interviews with them, how everything for design team was organized, like I think like professionally on that. But also, I think like when I start work at Snap, I start more prototype on AR. Before I was most of all product designer, UX, UI, and this option to be so close to AR community makes me like also like a passion to build online studio. Like visit a couple of events in LA, which all the time Snapchat sponsor around AR community. Yeah, it's like definitely a great place to be. And also, I think we have a great alumni, like everyone who's not working already at Snap. Basically, we follow each other still on Twitter, LinkedIn, and a lot of times people are after like Snap, like design or product teams, more risky to build startup. This is what I feel right now.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think it's super inspiring to see, what Snap has built, and good for them for not selling to Facebook or Instagram. Um, and before the call, we talked about On Deck. You part of the On Deck Founders Fellowship. I've also done the On Deck Podcast Fellowship and On Deck BD Fellowship. But how was the experience, with On Deck, and also, how did you manage to get investment? Some really high quality investors like BetterWorks, On Deck, Mozilla, Greycroft. How's the entire experience like for you?
Yeah, I think like ODF for me was in a good moment of my life. And I think like if you right now just a founder in early stage, when you have idea, first pitch deck and everything like in a super start, I decided that I want to like learn from folks. And in this moment, I joined ODF last year. And our on deck was a bit different because for a while it was online because of COVID, and just last year they decided to back on offline experience, and people from all the world, basically not a lot, but around 40 folks who was in our cohort, joined for almost 1 month in San Francisco. And it was something like really refreshing just to spend time in one community in office, learn from each other, and a couple of people like find co-founders together like on this program. And for myself, it was just best moment to try pitch your startup for this like 40, 50 people in one room, and basically try to be short with your pitch deck, understand what kind of slides should be it all included. And it was sometimes rough. I mean, like we decided that we will be honest with each other, and we do that every like couple of days sessions when like basically kind of like founder design critique sessions of each slides. But after that, actually, I think I still have perfect pitch deck because like when all community give you advice, like what it should be, it's like really helped me to go up like to fundraising stage prepared with like clean slides and more just with my personal like feeling that, okay, I can do that. I'm ready to like this everyday calls and meetings with investors.
Correct. No, absolutely. It's. I think On Deck was such a great experience. I joined when it was a COVID time, so I could not go personally and meet up with my other fellows, but But whenever there has been a meeting in London, I thoroughly enjoy going there. Um, and Daria, you spend a lot of time in design and products. So when it comes to product management, do you think is product management more art or science? And what is the ratio for that?
Mm, I think it's experiments.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to find like a way to manage your work, and part of product management is just project management when you organize, like, I don't know, your Notion, Jira, and have a view, okay, we are going to follow this roadmap. But a lot of times it's just, if it's startup and early stage, most of all important to have this balance to switch and understand that if it's a goal for a while, like, or we can't afford it, like build it, be ready to a bit update, find like tricky sessions, how we can make it more simple and maybe test it already with that. And it's communication. I think like most of all, it's every day talking with engineer, and I kind of this type of person who supports the idea that for a long startup, it all don't need product manager. I feel like founder can basically do all this job, and if you design founder, it's basically a good bonus. Like I feel like if founder can start a bit learn how to prototype or draw prototypes, you don't need sometimes even Figma. You can design your sketch whatever you want in any tools, and explain as much as possible just your idea for engineers. This is a good way to start build something already. And I was actually, I also was a bit shocked, but in a healthy way, when I joined Snapchat in my team department, we also don't have product managers. Also, almost a year of my work, and it was work between designer and engineer, like really close together. And this is have like kind of some pluses, that it's faster and you can quick make decisions and solutions. But for sure with PM, it starts to be more organized, and you start to have a structure, and you, I think as a founder, just should make a decision when it's the best moment, when you need it. Maybe sometimes it's right now, but sometimes it's after 1 year of your company, you need this structure.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, no, my follow-up question was, well, what is the right time to hire your first PM? Because, as you correctly mentioned, like a founder is ideally the first sales guy and the first product guy, but when should they look at, thinking about hiring their first PM?
Yeah, it also depends on founder skills. Like if you're a product person, design or marketing or like operation, I honestly believe that try to do yourself as much as possible or alone before your first revenue moments, or if it's not revenue, just first paid customers and traction. Verify your product market fit, and then like find person who can help you to do that together. But if you just engineers, I think you need in a team someone who has product perspective and more creative design time, and spend more time with users, because it's like impossible to do everything together. But like yesterday, I was in one event in San Francisco meetup about new way of design your career, how AI changed that, and we talk a lot about Sam Altman quote about that in the future we should have a person who build everything themselves alone and be a billionaire. And then kind of like think like it's possible that in the future we will have this companies who build maybe not one person like everything, but just couple of folks like. And I believe that try to be scratchy with your team, don't grow so fast when world so changed right now, and every month we have new tools to simplify your work or optimize your time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, will AI help people to create products faster? And, um, make it easier for others who don't have a product experience, who are more like commercial, been into commercial roles? Will it help them, or do you think people will still need like technical co-founders to build those products?
Mm, I think like co-founders still a great approach in a way that you need sometimes someone with whom you can brainstorm, talk more, and find the solutions like in the hard moments of startup. But in the first stage, if you already feel like you're a strong product person, you can use like ChatGPT just even for brainstorming sessions or like ideation of your idea, exploration of something. This is like possible right now. And I'm thinking more about also design tools which can help you to build prototypes. Now, for example, just today, like Replit, they launch a really cool plugin for Figma, which help you to create from your prototypes already like working app or simple website. And I want to like think like if you're founder, you should like just track this type of moments when it's happened, because it's so cool that you maybe even for your first prototype don't need like first engineer, like founding engineer. Try as much as possible yourself and then test it with users, because the most like sad moment I think for me also myself, if it's when something already built and you understand, oh, it shouldn't be different or it's not working. And I like that AI right now can help us to just less spend our time on that, like verify before you start build real code.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what do you think would be the core roles for a product manager today?
New roles for product managers.
No, the core
Yeah,
roles, like,
core roles.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Um, I truly believe that one of the core role is talk with users,
right.
just do interviews still in early like stage of startup, like seed, pre-seed, and verify insights, what you found about that, and metrics. I mean, like I'm still learning a lot about that, how it works amplitude, flyer, how I just take a look on this number and we'll find like correlations, what exactly I should improve, what kind of benchmarks. And I think like strong product manager just with experience already should probably take a look on what exactly happened in amplitude, flyer or firebase, and see like, okay, like where we can fix, what exactly we can tweak here. And it's really a lot connected with growth marketing. This is interesting. I think that early stage product managers, I think they kind of this growth hackers, people who are trying to like find a way how to make it product like special and what can make it like change this retention based, for example, or revenue for this feature.
Got it. And you made an interesting point about growth marketing. How, especially when it comes to PLG companies, or when should they look at start working with design partners, and
Mhm.
what should they do when they're looking to scale into enterprise?
Yeah. Um, I'm maybe because of my design experience, I believe that it's better to start working with design partners as much as like early possible, just
Right.
because even how looks your product, style of the product, everything how you like want to talk about, what kind of like words you choose, even a logo or name, it's everything help you to find these first customers. For example, with my startup with Shader, we focus a lot on audience, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and trying to find a way how to like at all, like on TikTok or Instagram, catch their eyes even with colors, or with kind of users we choose for first videos. And I'm glad that like I have my team member designer who works with me really close too. and who younger than me, who is part of this like community, and he's like really know trends. And this has helped us to achieve like first basically 500 users, what we have just organic, just because of good content creation and how it looks our website and our Apple Store page. And I don't know how to like basically sometimes verify that it's great or not great, but in my use case, it's just every time when I met with folks, they mentioned, "I'm so like your design, like design so catchy, and I found about you because I saw your logo," and you feel okay. It means like simple design tricks already works on growth marketing.
Right. And
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the design aspect, what, what should somebody who's getting into entrepreneurship or getting into building products should know about UI UX, since you spend so much time building products at Snap and at Shader, what should be the 3 to 4 things they should know about UI UX.
Sorry, can I just drink water for a
Sure, sure.
second?
Yeah.
So um, five thoughts about UX UI, right? Like the most important.
Yeah.
I think like first of all, don't spend a lot of time just on ideation and exploration stage, which kind of sometimes important. But if you don't have time, be more aggressive to start prototype and verify your ideas with prototypes already than just with one exploration stage, because people probably like sometimes founders like read books about design principles, design creation, which kind of like makes sense for big companies like for Google, Snap, or Meta. But if you're on startup environment, you need to be like really fast on your ideas. And that's why I think like better sometimes join Figma and start prototype early and have a couple of ideas to basically choose what can work when you already have users. And another point, it's just be constant on feedback. Like designer never stop their work when they just finish prototype or design. Usually it's like it's just start of the work. After that, it's go interviews, asking questions, feedbacks, and implementations of changes. So it's constantly like upgrade of the product design. So like clouds, like visually it's finished, but in your brain you know that you can improve it, you can make it more catchy, or find a way how to change this metrics just with couple of changes. And probably also looking on trends, just what's right now like interesting building other products, not just in your industry, just what's going on in App Store, and what kind of guidelines right now Apple or Google have. It's really also help you to create new type of approaches for your product, maybe change like entire like onboarding process, or how looks your feed, main page, or profile.
Got it. Got it. And especially when it comes to product decisions, how do you make a balance between intuition and data?
um I like think like first product's vision and prototypes, it's usually your intuition,
Right.
because you basically start with like research most of all competitors research, or research of products who you really think like they're doing great, and you like gut feel on that, but you also can talk about that with your team. I usually believe that it's not enough opinion of just like one founder or designer, and we organize like Figma Jam board a couple months, and like basically I want to know what computer vision engineers think about it, what iOS engineer, and this type of different type of behavior really helped me to find a way to make a decision.
Got it. And it's always said like keep it simple. It's always difficult to do it, but is
Yeah.
simple always better in product design?
I believe that honestly, yes, simple all the time better, and it's so hard to make it.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe that yeah, sometimes you start overwhelmed product, and it's happened with everyone, but it's good to find this moment and understand that okay, how I can make it simplify everything. And like I had this problem just this week. We start build web version of the product, and it's more like a demo and basically like MVP of our current iOS version. And this helps me to cut a lot of interface which we don't need for web version. And I love it how it looks like. It's like just basically one button, one prompt, profile part, and camera experience. And I definitely understand that it's impossible almost to move in app. Visually, you don't know how to make it, but it's explain me and motivate me that maybe this version of the product more will be popular just because of design. And I want to for sure learn how to make everything more simple, if it's possible. Like just like find the tricks on your solutions. Be short with text. Explain as much as possible visually, moments which users can understand.
Got it. Got it. Interesting. And earlier you mentioned about users' feedback. How quickly are you able to, or how quickly should a product manager or founder, uh, look at product feedback and then implement, what sort of feedback should go into the product?
Mhm. I think like before answer for this question, I also want to highlight that sometimes actually user feedback, it doesn't mean absolutely that you need to implement everything
Mm,
what users recommend,
right.
because it's sometimes users not ready for your technology maybe.
True.
And you also worked before on 3D creation and fashion.
Yeah.
And it reminds me like one moment like in 2018, when AR startups already start build like try-on technology for clothes, for sneakers, for accessories. I mean, world wasn't ready for that. And during interviews with users, everyone mentioned like we did it constantly in my previous startup, that I'm still not ready to buy these sneakers after AR try on, or why I need it. It's like kind of like dumb idea. And but when it's happened time like 3 years, and different companies start introduce it in a different design way, this start to be absolutely new story, and it start to be about digital goods, how we can buy these goods as NFT, and everything start to be one story. And I know that it's a good point that startup not stop build it by user feedback. We learn, we explore this feedback, but still see that it's basically a story about a future. Like we believe on that. um, that's why like when you make this ideation process, like basically for my team, we usually do this type of diagram, like most important feedback, just bugs, also something for backlog, and interesting, like what kind of interesting stuff we found out, and we vote like what we feel like basically makes sense, and then make like simple exercise just on timing, what kind of time we need to build it, or even small team, or if we can find one more contractor to help us. And this has helped us to make a decision if we're ready for that now, or it's awesome but we will wait a bit.
Got it. Got it. And Daria, what I understand is you're always looking to hire, very high quality engineering talent. How do you structure an interview process for new hires? And what are some of the questions that let you know about the engineering talent or the product skills when it comes to hiring?
Yeah, like be honest, it's so small team. It's just five of us, and we know each other like for a while from previous startup and from Snapchat Blizzard team. But now I'm going to like find more folks who want to join us to move startup for the next stage. And during interviews, first of all, I want to find that person really passionate about AI creation and how it could be possible in real-time camera. So it's basically my questions is, what do you think about the future of the camera experience? How you create environment? Did you have experience to build before like 3D or work around 3D object generation? This is like helps me to find engineer who also just like so around this industry, or just even it's not a lot of people who works on that. That's why I want to feel that if it's even you never worked before on AR, but you was around this like maybe 3D, maybe VR, maybe something around gaming, so also connected to us.
Got it, got it. And as I mentioned earlier, you got some great funding from VC firms like Greycroft, Mozilla, BetterWorks, and obviously, as I understand, you're looking to always raise funding. But what's been your experience and some of your learnings for listeners, especially founders who are looking to raise funding? How were you able to reach out to such brand names and convince them to invest into your company?
um, I think like yeah, it's a good question because I have honest like story that I am in the United States just 5 years. It's
Yeah.
not a big network, and I when I started race last year, I didn't know anything about how fundraising working. I didn't know rules, and for me it was just like I just believe that what we are working it's really cool, and I want to try to find people who support it. But my like recommendations, actually, which I found out later a bit in my stage, it's I was open to try to join accelerator program, and BetaWorks was part of AI Camp accelerator. It's a bit different from YC or by like I don't know like other like accelerators who found a lot of startups in one cohort. BetaWorks, it's just like 10 startups. And this is for me was really perfect that, wow, it's like team members who like really will close work with you. And it's a bit more kind of like on deck style that you will find people who you will know and with whom you will be so connected together during this road. And also, I think now market everything what we're talking right now so hard. Like I'm trying to be optimistic, but I know startups who join like two accelerators, one after another, and it also makes sense. Like sometimes it's not bad for your first 2 years of company. Yes, you share like kind of like a lot of your equity, but if you're first time founder, you like learn a lot from these people. You will have after that like gigantic community and a lot of support by cool investors. And another like advice, I think for me, I didn't know that it works, but after we joined BetterWorks, I asked my investors why you choose us, what really helped you to make this decision. And they mentioned to me, you were so constant with updates. Like you share with us every like 3-4 days, like definitely every week, what's going on that you're building. And it was currently, I think like 1 month of updates, and they not say me no in this moment, they not say me yes, but I just like basically trying to be consistent that we update that in the product, we found this, and this is I think motivate investors that oh, this guy is not stopping, they still keep going if even we right now not ready, we want to know how it will go.
Yeah, no, you made an
Yeah.
interesting point. I read somewhere that founders who give at least a monthly update once they have got the investment from the investors go on to do really well. So I think that makes sense that even if in a difficult market like that the last 2 years has been really difficult for some of the startups. if you give timely updates to your investors, it's it will be more likely that the investors are going to keep investing into you.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think and it's a lot of startup founders, I think, shy to do that, or just we are also not shy. We don't want to share. We want to be basically keep secret. But I think it's a magic to write this email that it's still inspire, but you still not share a lot if they will say you just need to think what could be great to share.
Yeah, absolutely. And I quickly want to do the top 3. What's your favorite business book?
Yeah, I thought a lot about your question. I'm thinking I love to read about already successful companies, but how they have a struggles on something and what makes these changes on from startup to big company. And my favorite book is The Cold Start Problem by Andrew Chen from A16Z, because it's really easy to read. It's bunch of stories about top San Francisco-based startups, and I learned from that everyone has a struggles. It's just you need to find your way to create this growth marketing strategy to win.
Got it. And absolutely, we'll put that in the show notes. And if you could go back in time when you started working in startups, especially with Shader, what is one thing you would have focused on or done things differently?
Focus a bit differently.
Okay.
I think I still think I want to be just faster. I don't know. It's so hard. I think we produce product updates really often, but if it's possible, I want to just have a speed and more intense on that. And I think it's best what you can do. Find the best people early to work with you on that, and don't be so long on your own creation process. And I did maybe this mistake. I don't know, a couple of months I just was in my ideation, thinking, prototyping, before I make a decision that I need a team. I need to build it with someone and start talk with people.
Got it. Absolutely. And do you have any favorite online tool, for example, Gmail, Slack, Zoom?
I think my favorite is Spline. I think not a lot of people know about this tool still, but this startup doing 3D design in browser or in program, and it's so simple and really beautiful, and even not designers can create first 3D design style of objects, which can be really good benefit for your presentation or for your short video or explanation. And I'm just big believer that this startup will win one day on 3D creation.
Nice. It's called Blinds, is it?
Spline.
Oh, Spline. Okay.
Yeah, I will share with you. Spline design.
Spline design.
Like
Okay.
that.
Awesome. Got it. I will put down in show notes. And Daria, what is the best way people can reach out to you and know more about Shader?
You can find me on LinkedIn. My name Darya Sesitskaya, or our website shaderapp.com. It's also a great place to find our updates, download app, and test our Discord community as well.
Got it. We'll put that in the show notes. And Daria, thank you so much for taking our time speaking to us. I really enjoyed my conversation with you.
Thank you so much too. Really appreciate your time, and I hope it was helpful for founders as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you so much. Looking forward to speaking again.